Member of Legislative Assembly Imchen, who tendered his resignation from the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly on January 20 and is set to contest in the upcoming state assembly elections. Imchen, who was elected from the Naga People's Front ticket in 2018 and later joined Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party, has now again shifted to PJP. To know more about his move and plans or the upcoming election, Hornbill TV had an exclusive interaction with him. Let's have a look.
Nagaland elections ahija se itu nishna ECI Election Commission of India can be ahigena itu election la date announce kora February 27 de announce thakibo koine announce koi dia aru result March 2nd de thakibo koigena announce koi dia nishna candidates can be tayari kore se itu eklai noholi public can be kun ke vote dibo koigene tayari kore nishna itu mohan lode itia former MLA aru all din age de he itu Nagaland Legislative Assembly ra resign kura Imchen mohan lode se to mohan tai itia elections la tai la bhapna kinega ase itu eklai noe holibi tai itu assembly la tai ina resign kura 20th te resign kura ro mohan itu han bi tai ge hudi ne jawo holibi tu lage. Sir, thank you so much for sparing your time for Hornbill TV, sir, and we will go straight to one question. That is, sir, what is the reason of your you tendering your resignation from the NLA, sir? Not just that, but also going from NDPP to BJP, sir. Is there an has there been an ideological clash, or what would be the reason, sir?
Not necessarily ideological associate, but I have differences in the management and administration of justice of the incumbent government. And I was feeling suffocated for quite some time, especially under the caption of oppositionless government. So I was thinking that I'm a people's elected material. So I myself belongs to the people. So people mandate which they have given to me, I have to respect it with humility. And therefore I have to wait till this our present tenure 13 House term comes to an end, because my mandate goes up to that extent. So when the ECI announced for 14 House election, I thought that our mandate of the people expires simultaneously, and therefore I have to seek a fresh mandate from the people for another term. God willing, I'm prepared to contest for the next election. And therefore, I thought that I have to vacate my allegiance party. I got elected from MPF manifesto, MPF platform. But later on, we merged with NDPP, and therefore I have to resign from NDPP. Legally, even though the mandate was given to the MPF. That should be clear. Number one. Number two, even though the Honorable Speaker has pronounced prorogue of our House and sine die, that means our 13 House tenure is over. Unless otherwise the President of India, or for that matter, Governor of the state, summoned, we cannot ordinarily summon Assembly any further. So constitutional validity should also be expired with the Honorable Speaker's pronouncement of prorogue and then sine die. And yet, according to election manual, Election Commission's manual. Our 13 house come to and concluding date on 12 March to this tree. Therefore, I have few days more to go. Therefore, I thought that if I have to make myself free, and then I should be a liability to the people's mandate. Therefore, I thought that let me also vacate my seat in the assembly for the remaining days. Not that I undermine the people's mandate, but since the Honorable Speaker has already pronounced prorogue and sine die of the incumbent House, I thought that it wouldn't be wrong, nor undermining the mandate of the people. I thought better I resign even from the assembly seat, so I resigned. So that's the background.
Okay, sir. So speaking about you being 4 times MLA, sir, undefeated 4 times MLA, and this time also, if you win, you will be going on for the 5th time, sir. And earlier we spoke about the upcoming elections and also how you are how confident are you for the election, and we have seen a very positive expression on your side as well, sir. So how are you preparing and how confident are you, sir, for this election as well,
My
sir?
confidence in my constituency lies with the people. And then my geopolitics of the assembly is person to person, personal. Yes, some people may be on political ideology, but I 28 Kuritang assembly segment. It is a rural based assembly segment. And therefore, we go during election. We go person to person, individual to individual, not in a group. I have to meet each and every individuals to convince them to support me. That was the election system during the last 4 elections. So my supporters didn't change, and I have confidence in their integrity. And therefore, I see no problem why I should be worried even this time also.
All right, sir. And speaking about the things, the current scenario in Nagaland, sir, this time we're not seeing just the upcoming elections and people preparing for that alone, but we are also seeing a lot of people having certain demands which seem to be genuine as well, sir. But first, we will be speaking about solution before election, the demand of people, sir. So just recently, the NPAC, Naga People's Action Committee, has also taken a decision to call for a ban when the ECI visited Nagaland, but definitely they deferred the ban, sir. So what do you, and a lot of people are also highlighting and stressing on the importance of solution before elections, sir. So what would you like to say on that, sir?
Okay, allow me to go back a little bit. Let's see what has happened in '98. Actually, it was a near success of the election boycott thing. But I was a mere Congress worker at that point of time. And the Congress Party took a decision that the boycotting of election was not in our agenda. And we were not consulted why we should be boycotting the election. And therefore, we thought that we have to go along with the Constitution of India. So we participated in the election. So 98 election was almost a solo election. So it came to pass like that way. History, the remaining the history. Now this time round, yes, somewhere in the later part of 2017, one important PGB functionary, Mr. Ram Madhav, who happened to be the Additional Secretary of PGB in charge of Nagaland, and then he did say so here in Kohima or in Nagaland, that election for solution. We thought that it was a very good slogan and challenge given to the people of Nagaland to take the opportunity, to grasp the opportunity. I myself also have issued a statement in support of that election for solution slogan at that point of time. But after the election, this election for solution was there in the market. And then because why Ramadab has spoke that way, I believe that since the framework agreement was signed in 2015 in the presence of Honorable Prime Minister and Home Minister and so on so forth, all the dignitaries of the Union government and relevant authority, and Prime Minister Ted, they gave blessing to that agreement on that very night, very evening in the National Devi. The new era will be started in Nagaland. So I believe that taking the stand of the Prime Minister, Ram Madhav must have spoken. And I thought that Naga people should take advantage of that statement and then try to pursue to find an amicable solution to the problem. Not necessarily a problem, it is an issue. But over the years, we were told that negotiations were going on, negotiation talks are going on, and so on and so forth. And yet, nothing is emerging. Therefore, I thought that the repetition of that slogan is not at all relevant at this point of time. No more relevant. Election for solution, then this time also election for solution, shall we talk like that? I don't think so. So, I thought that was an opportunity thrown by the government of India to the Naga people to take advantage. But I think we failed or we missed the bus, I think. We missed the bus. I was talking with other media also the other day, even this morning. I think example in this way. Government of India has given and opened the box in front of the Nagas to pick and choose up your liking. But apparently it seems Naga people wanted to take the whole box, which the owner of the box, that is Government of India, didn't intend to give the whole box to the Naga people. But their intention was to allow us to pick and choose up items that to our liking. According to our liking, we have to pick and choose. Pick up and these are the portion, these are the items we want. I think we could not make that selection intelligently. So it cannot be one-way traffic. It cannot be one-way or ex-party judgment like that, because Government of India has opened the door to take the Naga people the opportunity to take strict claim of our right and then our share. That is one. Another intriguing thing is right from the beginning I was having reservation about this framework agreement. Now I thought that this framework agreement, that document is a very important document, and therefore it should happen. Given proper definition and interpretation of the words contained in the framework agreement. Every sentence should have been defined in the proper way and then signed upon. Besides and along with the framework agreement signed. That interpretation, definition of the framework words agreement. Framework words agreements were not there in the framework agreement. So, Government of India started interpreting in another form. Naga people started interpreting in another form, opposite to each other. This is one of the low fault in the framework agreement. Grammatical perhaps, But when the interpretation comes in the political dialogue, it creates chasms, white chasms, and then it is diluted with the echo. Diluted with echo, and therefore victim became the Nagas. Number one. Number two, when the box is open and given to us to make our choice freely, we should have taken the necessary items from box. Those are the items we want. Instead, we claim the whole box, which is not the intention of the government of India. Now, there should be enough room for discussion, sharing of ideas and opinion. I mean to say that there should be the negotiating parties with the government of India or underground side. They should have the caliber to have a flexible diplomacy in the spirit of give and take. It cannot be in modern day political diplomacy. It cannot be a winner takes all situation. It cannot be winner takes all situation, and therefore, I think we are losing a very good opportunity this time also. So now, in the meantime, constitutional requirement has unfolded in front of us that your election time has come. Election has to be conducted. Now, it is not a matter of joke. Election to the Legislative Assembly is a constitutional requirement. Okay, according to the Constitution of India, it is in the hands of the Union of India, Union government, whether to extend the present tenure, dissolve and keep under PR or whatever is, they have the instrument, constitutional instrument. But government of India, in its obligation of mind, decided that we have to follow the constitution. So we have to follow. So election has to be conducted, and then accordingly, election commission, as per the law, election after consultation with the government of India, declared the election for the 14th house. So it is going to be conducted. Let us not talk about the framing of anything. We have to be in it. We have to talk the reality. No, we cannot afford to mislead our own people. We are going to have election on 27th February. That is the reality. We have to accept it, whether you like it or not. And once election is conducted, it cannot be just thrown away like a plaything, because it contains the mandate of the people. I am not talking about this party or that party, but whoever got elected, they carry the mandate of the people. And that is the definition of the Constitution of India. So it cannot be just dismissed like that. It cannot be set aside. No. And therefore, conducting election is a reality, and it is a naked reality. A popular government has to be installed as per the dictation of the Constitution of India. So once a mandated government is installed, that is the government. That is the people's representative government. Therefore, it carries the mandate of the people. So why should I take it so lightly? So lightly. You may be a very good critic, but at the same time, you need to be a realist and understand the real thing. And you don't exist alone in this world. You exist along with the Constitution. You exist along with certain norms, human norms. So you have to go along with it. You should be a very good game player, but you cannot be a solo player, no. And therefore, like that, politics also it has to be a team player. You have to play your cards within the team, within the ambit of the game, no. Therefore, once election is conducted, Nagatok Milos is steam. That is one. And then I also, I'm not happy. The status of talk also. Actually, original agreement was Prime Minister's level, third country, minister level. But understanding the and appreciating each other's difficulty, it has been conducting within India. And that is also good. Anyway, that is also good. And then the talk, only the talk being relegated to a retired personality like Padmanabhaya or Aris Pandey or whatever, Aryan Rabi, and it's one sort of till now Akim resides there. They are all retired bureaucrats. They are not politicians. Politics should have been dealt by politicians. So I thought the talk level should have been upgraded to ministerial level. Because Mr. Mishra, Dr. Mishra, even though he may be a very good negotiator, he has to take permission from the Home Minister. He has to take briefing from him. Only then he can conduct. And after that, he will directly report to the Home Minister for his approval. Only after approval by the Home Minister, it will can go to the Prime Minister for final concurrence. It takes time. In the process, unjust decision cannot be taken. There's a setback in the mechanism. So I thought I still feel that talk should be upgraded to a ministerial level, unless otherwise it is not in the interest of government of India to upgrade for certain unavoidable reason. If they don't have such reason, then they should have upgraded. Even now also, level of talk should be upgraded. It is to a ministerial level. Home Minister or whatever level. The government of India decide, the cabinet decide, then go ahead. But not in the level of bureaucracy. These are the snacks in the Naga political talk process. So I am not very optimistic that Naga settlement may not be so fastly arrive. And then the other thing is there are certain quarters down there in up there in the Delhi, certain quarters that you wanted to create a number of union territories. Okay. If they think so, let them go ahead. In that case, we have to come back to the Assam autonomous district. From the district start. Nagaland is the smallest and poorest state in Union of India today. And if they wanted to divide Nagaland further, let them divide. It is up to them. Constitution currently. Constitution permits Government of India to divide Nagaland into 5 or 6 pieces, or 9, 10 pieces also.
So, sir, lastly, do you think that BJP as a national party will be able to address major issues like unemployment and extortion, corruption, and also bring up the welfare of Nagaland? Because you have also said that Nagaland is amongst the poorest states in India as well, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a matter of fact.
yes, sir. So, do you think BJP as a national party will be able to address those core issues?
I'm the newest member of the BJP today in Nagaland. I joined the party only yesterday, so I do not know what is the functioning, how it operates. I do not know anything. So just blindly, I cannot be speaking about BJP working system. Anyway, If I happen to be in the policy making party, I may have necessarily I may have a certain agenda which may be put across, and then if my friends agree, then it can put it into party agenda also. So you have to be a team player. No? You have to be a team player. You can't play alone. You have to be a very good team player, and you should be good in your team combination, so that you win the game.
Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time for Hornbill TV, and all the very best for the upcoming elections, and we wish you good health also, sir. So thank you so much. Toitu tagishe mohan Hornbill TV former MLA Imchen ke kotha kuria aru tai bi intending candidate ase itu upcoming election karne. Itia karne man hobo aru mohan latest news kan ani thakibo. Moi reporter ke Christine Kyo with camera person Singban for Hornbill TV.